Hello guys, my name's Kai, otherwise known as Bambo, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. Today, right in front of me, is the official launch trailer for Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I am a huge Metal Gear fan. I know the story and the lore inside, out, up, down, back, front, every single angle. I have crammed of knowledge of Metal Gear. And tomorrow, I will be sitting at my computer, my day off, from when I wake to once I sleep. I will be playing The Phantom Pain, and I'll be recording it. I probably won't be doing a live commentary as going through it. Probably just have the thing set up and just playing and enjoying, because Metal Gear is a long game. It's a very long game. But what I wanted to do ahead of my actual first experience of playing Metal Gear, The Phantom Pain, I wanted to go through the trailer and give you my thoughts, my predictions, and see how much of it I get right. And this is more the case of looking back for myself, actually, before I started Metal Gear, and I'm thinking, damn, I was right, or you're an idiot. So, let's start. I'll be pausing and stopping and starting as we go through. So, of course, got all the footage from Ground Zeroes, which I played inside out. Absolutely loved it. Of course, the fall of Mother Base. And pause. Okay, so we saw the burn marks on there. That's what we expect to see to happen. Okay, the first image is, of course, Snake climbing out of Big Boss, climbing up a cliff and onto the side of a ridge. It instantly, as soon as he gets up, boom, Solid Snake. What does that scream to me? Initially, yes, in the Phantom Pain, the Ground Zeroes, you could play I think it was called Deja Vu, in which you actually played as a polygoned Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid. However, what this screams to me is that at some stage in the Phantom Pain, we will be playing as Solid Snake. That is my prediction. Prediction number 1. That would be amazing. Could you imagine finishing it as Solid Snake? So as we go through the timelines now, we're actually going to touch on some main characters, of course, central to the Metal Gear story, starting off with L'Enfant Terrible, or the Terrible Children, Snake, Liquid, and eventually Solids. Focus on Metal Gear, of course, the whole theme of the Metal Gear series. Psycho Mantis. Psycho Mantis is, he's hinted that he is, the ginger psychic that's floating around. Is he going to be part of it? Do you know what? Yeah, I can foresee them bringing Psycho Mantis in as that individual, as that character, that unnamed character. I think it'll be brilliant. I think it'd be great. The next person that it shows, Grey Fox, Cyborg Ninja. When they're going through these little parts of the trailer, they're highlighting certain characters, and this screams to me that he will be in the game. Now, what we need to remember is that Grey Fox and Big Boss have got a past. They have, they've worked in the same unit. Big Boss has saved Grey Fox so many times in the Metal Gear lore. I mean, even if you consider Portable Ops canon or not, it's completely up to you. Personally, I like to think that, yeah, do you know what? The story worked. I think, personally, and I believe, that it is canon. Even if Kojima may not say yes or no. But could you imagine being able to send out, as you build the Diamond Dogs, that you get Grey Fox. You get Grey Fox as a member of the Diamond Dogs. Send Grey Fox out on missions. Play as Grey Fox. It would be so cool. Of course, it's centraling around. See, Otacon. Yeah, Otacon could be in the game. He is, the scientist's son. So it is possible. I don't know. Yeah, I can imagine him, like mentioning Hal, mentioning Otacon, that he has a son, or that him and his significant other are pregnant with a boy. Of course, they link up. It's possible. Of course, we move on to Metal Gear Solid 2. We have, like some of the main characters here, the most beloved characters from Metal Gear Solid 2. Of course, we've got Snake in the who will be on the right, Otacon in the centre there, and the parrot. I ain't got a clue who the other guy is. The other guy can go suck up anyway. See, when I was actually watching it with my own significant other, she mentioned that she believes that when you go through this trailer, all it's meant to be is a case of deja vu and nostalgia, bringing you from when we started to where we ended up. It was a good call. I don't personally believe so, because Metal Gear Solid 4 was the nostalgia trip. Quite literally, we went to Shadow Moses. That is a nostalgia trip in itself. Hideo Kojima says this is going to be his last game. I believe him. I believe it'll be his last Metal Gear. However, I don't think today this game's going to be about nostalgia. I think this game's going to be about fan service and what the fans want. Snake Eater, one of my favourite games of the Metal Gear series. The boss, one of the most integral, greatest characters ever. Her story, her character, the actual everything about the boss screams epic and awesome. The mother of special forces. Everything is central around the boss. It's funny, she was only in one game. One game the boss, the Joy, was in. And yet, everything that happens in Metal Gear is about this woman. Everything. I don't want to... when you look back at the original Nintendo systems, Metal Gear, Snake's Revenge. I think it was Snake's Revenge. It might have been Solid Snake. I get the two mixed up. With all honesty, I get the two mixed up. One's canon, one's not. One was signed for the Americas, and then once that had success, Kojima was forced to release an entire actual sequel to Metal Gear. And the constant battle between Snake and Big Boss was never Snake versus Big Boss. It was Zero versus Big Boss. Which brings the next question. Was Big Boss a bad guy? Or was he just going through stuff? Either way, everyone was fighting. Everyone was doing their section, their plan for this woman. How is the Pantom Pain going to, continue on creating a world that the boss envisioned? In Metal Gear Solid 4, we learned that all the boss wanted was for the world to be just left alone. However, two very, very significant characters believe otherwise. And so, in Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain, we shall continue on with that war. Oh, I love that fight. That fight was amazing. Hand-to-hand combat with the boss, some sections. Oh, and that was the most sad scene as well. Anyone who played Snake Eater, when you got to that section there, the first time you ever got to that point in which it zoomed out, and you're firing, you have the Patriot in your hand, pointing at boss, waiting for you, the player, to pull the trigger. Never in gaming history has the square button been so hard to press. Of course, we moved on to Guns of the Patriots. That guy, I don't know who that guy is, but he was absolutely awesome in Metal Gear Solid 4. Naomi, of course, created the Fox Die to destroy the Patriots. Big Boss, that scene, oh my god, it's so amazing, the scene. Peace Walker. Peace Walker was a funny game. I never actually finished it on the PSP. I ended up finishing on the Metal Gear Solid HD collection on the PS3. It's a very strange game. And the fact that the boss is AI, which is something that, you know, yeah, Metal Gear Zeke. No, it wasn't Zeke. Zeke was Big Boss's creation. It was actual full-on Peace Walker. A part that I believe will be integral into the story. Will be collecting, as we've seen in previous trailers, the AI pod that contained the boss's conscience, which is actually an AI designed with the boss's mind. And they retrieved it from the ocean floor from Peace Walker, and it's seen moving through this hangar. What's gonna happen with that? I mean, the big boss, can he truly let go of the boss? 15 games and X amount of backstories later. No, I don't think so. Even in his death, Big Boss never let go of boss. Of course, that's where Big Boss says that we will build a nation for soldiers. Now, this is the part that gets with me. This is the part that I connect solely with. Okay. This is our last known image of Big Boss. Agreed? Ground Zeroes. Full on Big Boss. Yes. Follow me here. As it goes through, it fades into a different version of Big Boss. You look at this, Snake Eater. That's what it screams to me, Snake Eater. So what is this thing? This is going to step through the stages of Big Boss's life that we know of. We'll move on. Ground Zeroes, going into the Pantom Pain. So yeah, so we're into the Pantom Pain, we'll sing there. We're going on to the next image. He's all burnt. He's all destroyed. His face is melted. We know from the images previously, if I just go back to this one here of Big Boss, we've known from trailers in the past that this is what happens. Okay, he's without his bandana because of the head. Where is the bandana? Where is the bandana? Full on blood coming down his face, and there was bodies all around him. Someone has invaded his base. Someone has killed his forces. He is blood drenched and walking. Where could this have happened? Metal Gear. The original NES game. I'm pretty sure the NES. Because I think the next one is the SNES. The NES game of Metal Gear. I believe that this signifies after the fight of Solid Snake and Big Boss. What makes me say this? We're going to the next one. And this. Melted face destroying that. How did Solid Snake beat Big Boss in Metal Gear 2? The answer was a lighter and deodorant or some kind of aerosol spray. Solid Snake created a flamethrower to kill Big Boss. Et voila. We know from the games that Big Boss survives over and over and over again. When we move into the next one, we have this image. So we can get a better picture. People keep on saying, oh, it's Skullface. People that I know think that this is Skullface, as shown in Ground Zeroes. I don't believe so. I don't believe so. 1 second. When I look at Skullface, which is right at the start, let's see if we can get a picture of a Skullface up on here. Ah, too far. Too far! Yep, Skullface. When you get an image of Skullface up on there, you can obviously, it screams to you once again, burn victim. Looks similar. Yes, he looks similar. But what this says to me is that he was in an accident, an incident. Singed skin, burnt skin. And it shows that, you know, the medical advances are there at the time, or that they know of, to be able to treat such wounds. So when it comes to... Come on, skip forward, skip forward, skip forward. This section here, I think that this just shows that they know how to treat all the burn injuries. The thing is, what you got to remember is Snake is walking, Big Boss rather, is walking in all these images, all these parts of the video. In Metal Gear, it was Big Boss who saved everyone in Outer Heaven and Grey Fox. He got them out. At the time, he was just a villain. He was just a villain. But we all know what Big Boss is capable of. And he is anything and everything. And that's why Big Boss is so iconic. When people start playing Metal Gear, he's like a champion among champions. You instantly know who he is. It's like anyone who plays Warcraft knows who Thrall is. Mind blown. Big Boss is Metal Gear's Thrall. So we'll move on. Okay, so first thing that gets straight into the Pantom Pain actual gameplay images story is the new Metal Gear. And on screen, straight away you're thinking, oh my god, it's Rex. That face is just Rex. Ultimate thrill? Yeah, I hope so. It's Kojima's last game. It's what we expect. We have seen in previous trailers how the little kid Eli jumps into a Metal Gear. Is he controlling the Metal Gear? Question's got to ask. Ultimate story. I don't think that actually links to Pantom Pain. The ultimate story in my mind is the whole Metal Gear saga. This bit kind of concerns me though. Ultimate scale is because it's an open world. Right at the top there, underneath the actual words, the Pantom Pain, you can see the psychic. Or telekinesis. That guy. The person who it's believed that it is Psycho Mantis. Is he controlling Metal Gear? Yes? No? Soon might find out. Ultimate Evolution. Of course, to me, this links into it being that Metal Gear. Why this is an evolution, even though Rex and Ray haven't been introduced, is because when you think back to Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, when you first infiltrate Groznygrad and you meet up with Granin, and he talks to you about his theories of Metal Gears, there is a little Metal Gear Rex, a little Metal Gear Ray sitting on his desk. 3D printing! So it's safe to say that they knew the limitations of those. The blueprints were made, I guess. Everything about it was planned and known about, to the scale, even the point of the rail gun. Look, in ancient times, people looked up to the stars and said, one day we will be able to fly there. It may have taken a lot of time later, but eventually they managed it. I'm just saying, some person can have an idea, and it may just take a while to actually do it. This Metal Gear, by the seams of it, it takes everything that can possibly... all the best parts to create an ultimate Metal Gear. An evolution of a Metal Gear from where we first started off with. People say the Shogo HUD was Metal Gear. The Shogo HUD was not a Metal Gear. It was no way near a Metal Gear. Technically speaking, the first Metal Gear would probably have been Zeke. But anyway, see, that's where I'm going from here. They already had their ideas for Rex and Ray. This thing is different. This thing was created, taking the best possible aspects from everything. The reason I say that is because it's got Rex's head, it's got Rex's... it almost looks like a rail gun at the back, however it is upright like Ray. And the simple fact that it is a coercible bipedal, or whatever we know about that, but it's very human-like. The ultimate Metal Gear. This concerns me. Wow. Let's just go back a second, just give you some kind of thought process. When I was watching this trailer with my significant other, she was actually thinking, how the hell are you going to kill that? I'm making the prediction right now, looking at this Metal Gear. This is how you are going to defeat it. You are going to take out its legs. It is going to fall over. You are going to take out its sensor, which is the big on the side there, or its radar. I don't really know what it's called. But, you know, big things that stick out like that tend to be a weak spot in Metal Gear. It will then get itself back up again. You will take out its legs, and then you will take out the pilot inside who can't see, or you will have to take out the psychic. But if it is Psycho Mantis, safe to assume he doesn't die. So let's watch this again. The other question is, you got to ask yourself, who is the Metal Gear attacking? It can't see Snake. It could walk over the cars. That seems kind of pointless. Is he attacking someone else? Something else? A group, maybe? From 0 to Omega. I haven't quite worked this out yet, in all honesty. I know that Look, 0 to me, 0 is you know, Major Zero, Cypher, the Patriots, and so on. Omega is always known as the lowest of the low. The Omega of a pack of animals, say a pack of dogs, just to keep the Diamond Dog theory. Theory? Scene. Whatever. The Omega is the lowest of the low. It is the last to eat. It will never mate. It is almost considered an outcast, but a part of the pack nonetheless. And this game, Zero is... well, he's crazy. And he's in charge, and he is the big bad boss. So what does this mean for us? I've racked my head around this one for a couple of days, and I still can't work it out. The the best thing I can think of is... when you actually think about the separation between Zero and Big Boss, of course, Big Boss formed the Patriots with Zero, Eva, Ocelot, Big Boss, Paramedic, Sigint, and I think there was one more. Can't remember, but and then he separates from them. And essentially he just gets hunted everywhere. So that's the only thing that I can think of, but I'm sure that there's more to it. So to this is Big Boss's separation from the Patriots. So yeah, machine guns as well. The missing link to the that completes the saga. Where did the saga stop? The saga that is missing right now is the end of Ground Zeroes, which was just after Peace Walker, and Metal Gear. People tend to forget the Metal Gear games, Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2, before Metal Gear Solid. So this section here. This, to me, is very, very important. Okay. It was a very, very bad thing to pan out to. And of course, we got Emmerich, far left. Master Miller, Kaz. Big Boss, Quiet. Oh, I'm looking forward to playing with Quiet. You got D-Dog. D-Dog. Absolutely love D-Dog. Look at D-Dog. We've got Eli right at the back. I'm convinced that that's Liquid Snake. Convinced. In a previous trailer, when they actually mentioned Le Enfant Terrible, there was actually 2 of them. And the way that the Le Enfant Terrible actually worked was that they bred 8 clones and they killed off 6 of them to make 2 of the strongest. Solidus was produced later. It's the twin snakes. Solid and Liquid. But then there's these 2 random guards. Why would they have this shot of all the main characters for the game, as it were, if they weren't going to show everybody? I reckon that these 2 guards are placeholders. 2 people that are missing from this. My thoughts are Solid Snake, so a twin, Eli's twin, and Grey Fox. Probably not going to be right, but this is what I think anyway. 5 has come to. Available September 1st. So today, technically speaking today, the only reason that I am not doing this is because I've got to go work soon. And I don't want to stop playing. I want to just go for it. Yeah, screw that. So anyway, guys, that was my analysis and what I believe that is going to happen with the Pantom Pain. Tomorrow I will be recording my playthrough of it. I'm not doing any kind of formalities. I'm just going to be jumping straight in, setting up my recording software, and just going for it. You're probably going to see it. I'm not going to do one continuous thing. I'm probably just going to break it down to certain sections. We'll just see how that goes. So I hope you can join me tomorrow as I dive straight into Metal Gear The Pantom Pain, and hopefully I've got some of my predictions right, and that Hideo Kojima does this game the service and justice that I'm not going to say that it deserves, because it constantly performs. I really do. So, what are my predictions for the actual story of Metal Gear The Pantom Pain? You'll have your intro. You are then going to be at the hospital. You are then going to find out who was that other person. Who was that other person that Miller mentioned? And they said, what about him? There's 3 people in that thing. Some people believe that it was the medic from the helicopter crash. I don't believe so. I believe it was someone else. Grey Fox! We then get saved by Ocelot. That's a good point, actually. In that walk-up scene, where was Ocelot? Where was Ocelot? God damn it, you double, triple, quadruple, pentakill, whatever agent. Pentakill. Pentagon agent. I don't know. He never can make up his mind. We'll then go in to save Kaz, Master Miller. We'll then meet Quiet. We'll build the Diamond Dogs. We will take base, which we will try and create another Metal Gear. We will then play as Snake, infiltrate the facility, Outer Heaven. Perhaps we play as Big Boss, as Snake is running through our facility. We battle with Snake. Lose. Rally to get all of our forces together. That scene in which he punches the mirror. He screams from all of his people that are dead around him. Save Grey Fox. And then we go to Zanzibar. Try and control the oil in the world. Final confrontation with Solid Snake. And just as cinematics throw, it will end with Liquid Snake taking over Foxhound and infiltrating and taking over Shadow Moses. That is what I wish from this game. This is what I want from this game. Closure. So many people have not played Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2. When I talked about story, about Metal Gear with people, when I start about the origins of Metal Gear, talk about the first game. Yeah, that's the problem that I have with Metal Gear Solid, is that when you ask people, what did you think of the first Metal Gear? And they will say they absolutely loved it. It looked great on the PlayStation. And you know that they don't know, never experienced the actual true story of the origin of Metal Gear of Snake infiltrating outer heaven, being parachuted in. What fans need is that to be relived. Even if it's just a series of cinematics. That's what I want. Right, I think I've rambled on for long enough. And I hope you said before, I hope you can join me tomorrow as I play through the Pantom Pain. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, see you next time. See you later. Goodbye.
It's gonna be out tomorrow.